Like a lot of that. Anybody, Lily, you're telling me there's something better? Science, tinkering, engineering, aesthetics, and math. That's right, STEAM makers. So this is like a maker space surrounding science, tinkering, engineering, aesthetics, and mathematics. Cool. And we've been doing this for 5 days. And some of you have some experience in this type of classroom environment, and some of y'all don't. Am I right? How many of you have never experienced anything like this ever before? Show of hands. All right, that's more than half of us. So this is brand new, and we are in grades, leaving fourth grade, so coming into fifth grade through eighth grade. Anybody else outside of that? Ninth, we have some people going into ninth grade. Okay, that's you. Okay, that's cool. Awesome. I was like, wait a minute, who are they pointing at? And I was, okay. We have, 36 students here. They've been here since Monday. We've been running, 11-hour days? 11, 12 hours, 13-hour days? What is it, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.? Only most people have been leaving by 8 p.m. About 12-hour days. Not everybody's been running that long. And we started from scratch, and we've made all sorts of stuff. Show me on your hands, how many things have you made in this camp? Count them up. Count them up. I'm seeing a lot of 6s, 7s. I see a 5, 5, 6s, 7s, 7s. You guys have made a lot of stuff. That's cool. That's cool. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm really proud of who you came in first, who you were when you first came in, and who you are now at the end of the time. I'm really happy about that. People have heard from me enough. One more thing I want to drop out for our audience out in the world is this. STEAMmaker mindset. This is, kids believe it, kids have learned it. How many of you feel that you got smarter when you were working with other people? Absolutely. I love how you guys got all quiet when the cameras went on. You just showing your hands up like this. Usually it's like, ah, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. I kind of need to think about, and we need to think about, who would like to do their presentation first. I got a couple people, volunteers right away. A couple, 2, 3 people right away. All right, let's go ahead and kick it off. We'll go ahead. Toby, you're going to go first. And then Nico will go with you. And then we'll, Dalton and Mason will go there. And that's all I can count for now. So just know that we'll be next. So, Marsha, you ready to come? Oh, I'm so sorry. Toby, you ready to come up? See, so you told me you were brothers. Absolutely, you can use the iPad. You want to hook in? Yep, because people can't see it. Oh, you're using it for notes. Do you have anything else to show off? Okay, hold still. Do you have a lanyard? Okay. There we go. Gotta have a microphone. Okay. But not microphone's not for well, say that, say that. Okay. That's it. Go ahead and start talking.
I made 2 guitars. One is a 4-string, the other is a 2. I put the beads in the plastic thing. That plastic thing. So when you strum the strings, it'll vibrate more. And I didn't make a song because I didn't have enough time. I made something to put in a refrigerator so that it wouldn't leave stains when you put bottles in there or something. And something that I do better on my guitar thing was put more strings on them and glue it better so it looks better. Oh, and I made picks with cases. Here's a case, and then so here's my pick with cases, guitars, and and it's also a drum. Yeah, and I made this. It has four um tones. Yeah, and I made a little Colson over there. Made a case for this kind of weird. And I'm Toby, and I'm going into six. Yeah, and I made this one just in one day. Like, this. I did it like, well, it worked. It was like, it fit and everything like this. But the only bad thing, you have to take out every bottle and put it in. But we didn't have any spills in it. Yeah. Um. Well. Well. I I'm 11, no, 12, and I'm in STEAMmaker and I'm going to 7th grade. I came up with the idea because it's a beginner. Yes. And it was designed for a person to tell it a song and it'll play it for you. I came up with the idea after I decided not to join my others, and I thought it was kind of cool because the songs feel. Good. My song.
Done.
It works. Yeah. Yeah.
You wrote that on the song, right? What did you use to make that song?
Incredible Box.
Incredible, yeah. All right. Anybody else?
Echo.
I like that you had to tell interactive with it, even though it's still not. It felt like it was a little friend. You said that you were maybe making them for a particular purpose. Who would use DJ money?
A person that was probably always on the go and needed to use it for the kids. Well, it could be
It's okay, just keep going. Just because I like it.
well, one of my examples what it could be used for, just an example, could be that if a mom had a baby and the baby liked to go to sleep with a good soothing song, she could run out the door and search the song and play it. So she wouldn't have to take time to go um, find the song if she had to really go.
Anything else? Excellent job. Okay. There we go. Put it right here. And the dongle goes inside. You have sound?
Check, check. Yeah.
Okay, you want it or not?
That's so weird.
Here we go. You guys ready? Ready to go?
Hello.
Okay. And we do want to do awkward. It's not for us to do. You good? No, well, let's see. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and push this in. I think it'll feel that. That's what. Here we go. Okay, and we'll make it mute. Oh, so you don't have to let that jump sound. It's not like freeze that. Go over. Like, no, that's just because this would be a real button right here. Oh, off here. There we go.
Hi, my name is Mason, and I'm 12, and I'm going into 6th grade.
My name is Dalton, and I am 12, and I am going into the 8th grade.
We made a really cool game called Jumpy Dude, and it is kind of like Doodle Jump, but we will incorporate math into it, and math is really important because it is a big part of school in our future.
In the math part of the game, the player can choose, well, of course it's going to be a younger player, but the player can choose multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And in the game, there's a, like, say, an addition problem in the top corner, and they have to jump to that number to get there. And if we would have had more time, well, also we were going to put in a difficulty level, easy, normal, and hard, depending on their age level. And if we would have had more time, we would have added all of these things into our game and maybe even more.
Yeah. We would have also made it more difficult, all the levels. And one of many colleges that Arizona State University teaches coding and programming. So
Okay.
now we'll show you our game.
Yes.
Yes.
So right now
It's not finished yet, but if we would have more time, we would have got the programming a lot better. But right now, it jumps and it moves. I think it just jumps right now. That's all it does. And then the red dots are supposed to kill the player, and then the gold coins. You can collect gold coins for points, but neither of those work yet either. So we'll have to figure that out too.
Thank you.
I like how, I like the idea. I didn't really
Yeah.
but I really like the idea of I like
Yeah. And when you set something kind of first, that's kind of
We learned coding in that process. Um, just the simple, not but we learned the basics of it. Then on to other, and we all after the game we kind of just better plan. But
Okay, excellent. I heard you say a couple of times that if you had more time, how long did you work on this?
About-
Have you worked with Stencil before?
No,
So
about
this is brand
total about 14 hours. We worked from the time we got there yesterday all the way till we left, and took like 2 hours away every total day for lunch and dinner. But all that was working on this. It's extremely hard.
It is hard. Do you think that if you worked, because I mean it's summertime now, right? Do you think, and be honest with us, is this something that you might go back to home and play with, continue to work with?
I will.
yeah.
You definitely will?
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see if you do have more time, what you do. Will you share that back with us?
Yes, we'll do. Maybe him and I can try to get started this summer and finish it.
I would love that.
Or make something even better.
Good. Hopefully one of the lessons we also picked up is that a lot of really cool things are hard, but we can do them. Like extreme 3D shop.
Yeah.
We can do them if we just spend a little time at them, right? And sometimes it's a lot of time.
Yeah. This is something that will take more than the time we have to do it.
All right, good. Thank you so much. And super kudos to Gay for getting rid of that buzzing noise. Yeah. Holy moly. Jump up, whoever's home. Actually, I'm afraid of that. Did you guys want that computer back? You just gonna leave it up there?
Yeah, that's a computer. Me, I like it,
Oh.
Another broken leg.
Someone's gonna have to put him down. All right. So we've got another gamer coming up. There we go. Get you hooked in here. There we go. All right. And your microphone's right there. Do you have sound? Do you have sound in the game?
No, there's no sound.
Okay. There you go.
I'm Christopher. I'm 12 years old and moving into the 7th grade. I made a very generic, like basic game. There's not even, it's just blocks all the time, like Minecraft, except a platformer, except worse. So I'm gonna show you it now. BTW, it's called Cube.
By the way, BTW for those of us older in the crowd, just so you need to know. You have 411? Yeah, you definitely don't.
So, in this game, you are the white cube. I made it so that he could double jump and move around. You try to get to the red cube, but this is only the first level, so it's like you can just go and get it if you want, but if you also want, you can try to get the power-ups and see what they do. So once you get to the red cube, you click level 2, and I've made 5 levels. None of them are very hard because I couldn't figure out how to make monsters that would kill you when you touch them. So
It's an admirable goal.
yeah, it is. And some of these levels, like, just the controls are really hard. So it's not working. So I programmed them into I only got to make 2 power-ups. If I had had more time and easier access. I'm just gonna skip to the 4th level. And easier and like access to better tutorials, because some of them like were not just making them from scratch. They were actually they were like you had to buy the templates, and so I wasted some time on that. Gosh, these controls are really hard. Go.
I love a video game that the programmer has trouble with.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
So if I had been able to, I would have liked to. Those are all levels. I would have liked to be able to make some monsters moving around. You being able to like attack with a cube sword. Yeah, that sounds good. So it was I learned that it was really hard to program, because every like tiny movement, like there was just like even this was like with no coding even, and it was still really hard to try to figure it out. So that's all.
Thank you. All right, what do you guys like about Christopher's work? Go ahead, just. One of the things, I don't know, again, did anybody have any of those little games when they were little that was filled with water, and you pushed the button and a jet of water came up and it kept rise and things? I saw that and I thought, that's a video game I understand. You know, instead of actual real water, that's kind of, I'll still play that if I found one. So it felt familiar even for an old lady like me. So I kind of like that, you know, because it seemed accessible to all sorts of people. Who do you intend to have play that and why?
Everyone. I really like if this game would ever be successful, which there's a 99% chance that it's not, but if it was,
It's
if
learning.
you know the cosmic spinner lands on the 1%, then I think that everybody should play it. And
Why?
why?
What are they going to get out of it?
I would want it.
Or maybe it's not learning.
It's not learning.
Just what are we going to get?
I would want it to be just purely for fun and entertainment, and just to be a good escape if you ever need one.
You can use an escape? Yeah. You're going to have a 6-month escape to Italy. Zip it. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Did you wonder anything?
I wonder, are you going to work on it?
Definitely. I'm going to try to add a shield power up, figure out how to move the monsters, and also I would like to try to be able to incorporate like signs on them that could tell you how to play it when it becomes a little bit more complex.
Nice. Are you going to make a cheat book?
Cheat book?
I would need one. maybe that's up to the user base.
You'd also be able to dress them up, like
that's
in a
cool.
top hat or a baseball hat.
That's cool.
Lots of hats.
I know a guy named EJ. You're gonna dig here in a little bit.
Hello, EJ.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And something else?
I like that you kind of thought of all like the PowerPoint. I mean, not the PowerPoint. The power up thing. Like, cause you didn't just say I'd add power ups. You kind of like said like a shield, and you kind of like went into detail about that. I guess they just sort of like that.
And a grow power up to go along with the shrink one is what I'd like.
Did you say a girl power up? Girl power up.
No,
Oh, sorry.
grow power up.
Grow. Sorry, my bad. Another one over here before you step off stage.
I wonder, have you ever made games before?
Never.
It was your first attempt at
Yeah, this is my very first
And what
time.
tool was this again?
It was game salad.
Good. Game salad.
It's yummy.
Yep.
I got the tutorials. It was I watched about 6 good tutorials, and they were game salad recipes. Or what
Eat
they
your,
were called.
eat your vegetables, kiddies. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Christopher. Who's next? Lily's on. Good. Oh, do you need help getting hooked in? She got that girl power up. Okay, you want to hook into? Where's my? Where's the? Oh, it's over here. Yeah, can I have that, please? Thanks. Cool. We're out over here. And which one do you have? You have the mini? You got open? Ready to go?
This one mine?
Here it is. Oh, I don't know if this. Oh, it's on. Okay. Okay. So I'm calling this my memory book because I made it, and it's sort of like a scrapbook, except it's homemade. Pretty much right there in the name. So this is the reason that I made it. My grandparents are moving, and I really wanted to give them something that they could remember their old house, and so I decided to make it. And that's just to respect their dog. I just put it up. And the steps I used to create it, I started by making the paper. So I think all of you have been at the paper making station, maybe not my team, but I made colored blue paper and, well, at the paper making station. Okay, and then I measured how big the paper was going to be, and I cut out cardboard, and I think maybe it would have worked better if I had used tagboard or something, but it worked out fine that I used cardboard. Anyways, so I cut out cardboard so that it would fit the paper, except I made it a little larger so that it would have more room. And so I began sewing fabric on top. Well, I chose fabric and then I sewed on top of it so that it would create like a cover because I didn't want just cardboard because that would look trashy. Anyways, so I put fabric over it, and so I put 2 different kinds of fabric, and it might be easier if I had just done one, but I think it turned out really well that I did 2. But anyways, so I made it like a pocket, and I made it like I made my bag. I sewed it inside out, and then turned it inside out and flipped. That's how you sew it. Anyways, so once the paper had dried, then I used the amount of paper that I wanted, and I folded it in half. And I put it on the inside of my book, and then I stitched it in the crease because some people had pointed out that I could use fabric glue or hot glue, but some books are actually made with fabric, or with stitching, so I decided to make it like that because there was an assurance of it. And then I added string because since it's homemade paper, it's a little bit thicker, and so I wanted it to be able to close well. So I made string that you can wrap around, and I would do it, but I'm holding the microphone. I'll set it down.
It's not that hard to do that. Anyways, so then I added beads because it made it look really nice. And I was holding it upside down. And then in the 3D printer, then I made a W because that's my grandparents' last name's initial. And so I used the Sharpie marker sort of paint stick thingies. And then I colored it sort of goldish, silverish. And so yeah, that's how I made it. That's it. If I had had more time, I would have made more of them because some of the ladies in the room, and you know who you are, said that they really liked it and that they would have bought one if I had them for sale. But this is just like a scrapbook, so I don't see what's so special from it apart from the fact that, you know, the paper's homemade and stuff. But yeah, so that's what I would have done if I had more time.
I like how you mix all three. Oh, I like how you put the last name, the last initial, made it more decorative.
I know that you said that this wasn't very special because it's just a paper and put together this a lot of this. What makes it special is that you handmade everything except for the thread, the cardboard, and the garment, right? That it was done with love, and that you mentioned doing a storefront. I really like what you're looking for that as a possibility. Etsy. Are you familiar with Etsy? Etsy is a place where a lot of crafters sell artisans. Artisans put together stuff that they make at home. And people sell it. It's all handmade with love, and it is making a huge, huge splash in the world. It's got so much impact on it, and it's people who are making small batches, homemade things, and they're changing the world. It's no longer a Walmart world that Etsy is. Thanks. Thank you. I want you to do that. Let us know when you start your Etsy store, and we'll probably buy stuff.
I will.
I'll definitely share it out to a couple people at least.
I don't know. Technical difficulties.
Wait. You
I
got
have
it?
no idea.
Do you know?
How are we supposed to? Maybe. Yes. Yes, we do.
All right, what you got? You just need the dongle.
Okay.
Okay. Different dongle. Hold on. Just so you amongst yourselves for now. Ta-da! So it hooks into the black cord. No, not this one. The other one.
I feel like this microphone is like constantly telling me not to talk. It's like
Joel, don't talk. That's one. Whoa. Don't break it. Yeah. It's high dollar.
it's like
This thing right here.
good.
It is going to glass. It matters.
Yeah, we're on camera.
Yep, I know, and be careful because it's gonna want to pull out of here, so you have to just let it lay here. Even better.
What?
Yeah. But nope, no push button. Is it green?
Anna told me I what?
We're just gonna check.
Okay, we're checking. We're checking.
As soon as cookies are done being passed out, we'll go on to the next. Because I don't want people to be distracted from a great presentation because of cookies.
That could happen.
Sorry.
This is yummy.
Hello? Talking it. Hello? Okay, good. It works.
I know. You know what I like to do when I was first learning my very first speech 101 classes, when everybody was talking about the speech before, I'd come up here and just kind of make the space fine, and I'd relax up here, and it didn't seem as scary once I started talking. Cookies are still being handed out. That's cool. I just want to remind anybody who's watching us on live, wave at them. Yay! Everybody. Thank you for joining STEAMmakers Camp. This is, like I said, STEAMmaker Camp. This is a group of students rising 5th through 9th grade, and they are kiddos who have spent 5 whole days, actually 4 whole days in a portion, messing around with different things with having to do with STEAM: science, tinkering, engineering, aesthetics, and mathematics. We're just taking a little kind of commercial break. And we'll let these ladies go and make sure that that goes back on. Their cookies are almost finished being passed out. Sorry, they're out in internet land. You can't have any of the warm served afternoon ESDEC cookies.
Yummy.
Do I need a microphone? I need a microphone.
There's one right here.
For reals. Oh, Vincent Vega. Oh, okay. So no? Okay. That light's switching? It was. She really wants it. Okay, so when you guys who are quieter than me really need to have it in there.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Yeah. You guys good? Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry. It's not going.
This one right here is to send thermo heat and thermo cooling sensors through your body if they get a fever or if it's just hot outside. What you need to do is you need to hook on a little bit's transform and have a slide dimmer, a pulse, and a electrical lighting wire. First, you connect all 3 and then you turn on the power. Then the thermo heating sensors lights up the blue cord to a pulsing sensor, which then turns off cooling or thermo heating through the headband itself. Once you have it at the right temperature, the timer right here will stop it at your exact moment where you need it and then turns off the cooling and heating.
This headband is unique in the way that it helps patients remember when to take their medicine, so they won't have to worry about the time. And it would be wireless, so that whoever gives them their medicine can just like basically page them to remind them. And this is what the noise could sound something like this.
High stress is one of the many things patients probably have in a hospital. This headband stress, with relaxing oils in it. It calms the patient down once they smell the smell that is put inside of each headband.
Okay, so this headband is also unique because this headband, there would be a camera in the middle of the flower, right here, and the wearer would be able to take pictures and video with it, so they could remember stuff. And yeah.
Our headbands, these are the many things that we use when we, like for cancer patients when they lose their hair or if they need medicine. So these headbands are unique so they can help them through all these difficulties. Half of our proceeds, if we start selling them, half of our proceeds will go to St. Jude's Cancer Foundation to help them with the money and the cancer. We have a little video here if we have time at the end, if you want to play it.
It explains it more. Okay. Here.
Does this have sound? Does it have sound?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a really great way to look up sound. It's built right in. Yeah, this thing right here. You can just plug it right into the top here. Did you say okie dokie Archie?
Maybe. Okay, so we were making these headbands and giving them to cancer patients. So, and we're also selling them for $3, and half of the proceeds will go to help fund the St. Jude's Cancer Foundation.
Our headbands are not only very useful, but they're also very cute and creative. We're selling these for about $3, and half our proceeds go to St. Jude's. The back is just an elastic band with a little flower right here, and they come in all different types of styles, and they run from small to large. Those that you saw in the video right there are normal headbands, just like these are all normal up here, and then the ones you saw in the video is what we would put inside of them if we had the technology.
Yeah, because these are just prototypes.
I'm Anna. I'm going into 8th grade, and I'm 13.
I'm Sydney, and I'm going to be a freshman next year, and I'm 14.
What do you like?
Last night when you talked about it, you just said like it's just gonna be a headband, so like they sell I don't know, like hope or something. But then I like how today like you changed it and you had like different like you made them all different so they like help different things. You had like 5 different reasons to wear them.
What about that? Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean it was a good idea.
I really like the creative idea.
I like how it was all about cancer patients.
I like the fact that the two of you are in school to work together. I wish Karen was here too, because she would.
Yeah, we had another person helping us.
But the fact that you guys were both brave enough to branch out to somebody who you didn't know before this camp and say, we can work together. Because I kind of like that saying about friends, we find a friend, we find somebody else that's weird like us, or that, stand to play with. That's it. We do things together. Good job, guys.
I got after college, so it's
What experience do the two of you have with sewing? Like, how many years experience do you have sewing?
none. I just learned this week. Yeah, I learned the same.
You just learned how to sew this week.
Yeah, probably just yesterday. Or the day before that.
Now, the technology aspect. Like Peyton said, she liked that you had added the technological aspect. Why did you add that? Why is it not just enough to make headbands for hope?
Well, if we added a technology inside of them, it would be easier on the patient not to have all these people coming in and out, stressing them out every day. Instead, they can just put on a headband and kind of lay back low and not have to worry about all that.
And people already make headbands, so we made something different.
Love it, love it, love it. Here, you have anything you want?
Yeah. So what's your next step? What are you going to do? Where do you go from here?
Well, when I get home this summer, my mom is going to help me she's going to help me get fabric, and we're going to make some of these, and when I have enough, I'm going to go to a hospital with cancer, and I'm going to take a box of them and kind of surprise these kids and adults with these. Um,
When you get your spell power ready, will you let us know so we can help pass it out?
yeah.
I'm also gonna try to do that too.
I'm interested in not only just going to a local hospital, but how it can be reached out further. I'm also interested in actually the technology, because you've got great ideas, and Little Bits was a great start to get our brains moving in that direction. Are you still interested in working with Little Bits tools, or are you looking at something else?
I thought Little Bit served a big purpose to it, but if I could find something that actually does send heat waves or cooling waves through your body, I would definitely try that out.
Right, Little Bits was a nice inspiration. So it'd be nice if there was anybody out there in the world who had connectivity to their technological pieces that might be added to these girls' headbands some way. That would be really nice. Anything else?
I was just thinking that, like, you were talking about, like, this website that, like, you can make, like, your own fabric or something.
Yeah.
What if you combined, like, they, like, customized it? Like, they made their own, like, so then they can make it how they like it.
I think that's a really good idea. That sounds pretty cool.
Further down the road. Very good. Thank you, ladies, so much. Who's next? Jump up.
What's up, guys?
Okay, now we're on YouTube. Okay, so now how do we plug that?
Do you need speakers that loud? Oh,
Yes.
Plug in it. Make sure you plug in with that little black audio cord.
This thing? This one?
Sound like that, right?
Okay, so audio cord. Go on. Yep, this side.
You got it?
Okay, and then how do you put, this isn't, how do you plug it?
They probably need no dongle. I think you're right. You see, so take dongle.
No, that's fine.
And just put your VGA in.
Well, wait, yeah, you don't need the dongle. Do you just pull it apart, or do you?
Let's break it.
Yeah, I don't want to break it.
I've been
Now I know.
So I give you
Yep, there we go. There we go. I thought I screwed it in. No, you don't. It's fine. You don't have to. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. No, wait. Just wait. We gotta. Which one do you want? Gotta say something.
Okay.
Full screen?
This one.
Oh, we're gonna do it after.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Instead of inventing something for a few people, we wanted to invent something that our whole school could benefit from. We enjoyed STEAMmaker and the wonderful experience that came with it. So we wanted to share it with our school. We want to promote that learning can be fun without trying, and that students should be able to think more on their own. This past summer, we took 1 week and went to Hutchinson from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for the STEAMmaker camp. It took dedication, teamwork, and hard work from everybody, but we proved that different types of people can get joined together and create a great team. We believe that we should have more opportunities to do project-based learning or hands-on learning. If this action takes place, we believe that the school could be changed for the good. This video is from fellow students to other students, but also from the students to their teachers. Hands-on learning will help students in the future with their choice making and social skills.
If hands-on learning will improve our state assessment scores.
Students will ever become successful like the big name people at SIP, such as like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, without learning how to think on their own.
Learning will make you more creative at writing and artistic possibilities.
On our own would be better because if we come up with our own ideas, then we wouldn't have to listen to the teacher's ideas and get attached to that subject.
If project-based learning will affect the relationships between students and teachers.
Thinking on your own will help improve your life skills by teaching you that you don't always need someone to approve of your ideas and that you can come up with your own and be original.
Project-based learning will help our class come together to be a big group of friends instead of separate groups.
If kids will capture more of what they're supposed to learn, if they're doing hands-on learning as opposed to the common just reading a text.
Question is, would I rather teach out of a textbook or do hands-on learning? Personally, I would never, ever, ever like to use a textbook for a couple of different reasons. One, they're immediately outdated. As soon as they're printed, the information's old. So that just doesn't even seem very logical to work with students on something that isn't accurate anymore. Secondly, I think that kids can learn so much more and more quickly by using their hands and hands-on experiences.
Over my school years, I used to be really negative. Now I know that if I stay positive, I can get my work done and do a good job. This list really helped me during STEAMmaker camp. Now I can continue to use it for the rest of my life.
We want to do project-based learning and hands-on learning because we feel like it will prepare us more for all the situations in the future.
At STEAMmaker, we have changed the way we look at our opportunities. We've realized that there is more to learning than just from a textbook, and that you become more knowledgeable when you're put in real-life situations where you don't always have a tool of learning.
Teachers talk about preparing us for our future, but in the future, we won't have someone hovering over our shoulder telling us what to do in our project. We, the students, have to be able to fail, so we know what not to do the next time. Failure is often a good thing, as long as you recover and revise from it.
The more mistakes you make in life, the more you will know, and the farther you will go.
We want to promote that learning can be.
Oh, it's on a loop somehow. So,
Okay. If we had more time, we could have added like more schools. Because now that I look at it, we kind of went to this school. But if we had more time, we could have added more schools and more pictures. And teachers and included the whole experience. I'm Tegan, and I'm going into 8th grade.
I'm Joel, and I'm going into 8th grade.
I'm Gentry, and I'm going into 8th grade.
I'm Peyton. Is it loud? I don't know. I'm Peyton, and I'm going into the 8th grade.
I'm Kristen. I'm going into the 7th grade.
All right, what do we like?
Yes.
Yeah, you just pull it out.
Wait, no, wait, we unscrew it. No, you don't unscrew it. Yeah, because I screwed it this side.
I like how they included some of the teachers in about how the hands-on learning and stuff. Got their opinion on it.
Absolutely. What else do we like?
I like how you're promoting STEAM and you're getting out there to other.
I like how you put St. Mark's in the slideshow.
I'm the same way. I love to see that they included other teams in pieces. But I watched when that lion come up, and I happened to see a couple of you guys look at each other and nod and be like, yeah, that's ours. Nice.
I liked how you had such a large group of people and you each contributed. You could tell that you'd all, put some work in it. I liked how you had examples. I also liked how you included pictures and video and writing.
How many of you have made a video before with Tool? Okay.
I think all of us have.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, and this is made with Windows Live Movie Maker.
Okay. What do you plan to do with it now?
We plan to present it at the beginning of the school year assembly at our school so that we can promote hands-on learning to the teachers and how well it affected us.
What happens if they pat you on the head and say, "Nice kid, but we're not doing that"? What would you do?
I think we.
I would.
Oh, one at a time.
I think we'd try to like push it more onto them, or like not like I don't know, just like talk to them more about it, and just like because you can't really force a teacher to do something that they don't want to do, especially like when you're a kid. And so I guess we just like keep trying to get it across to them that this is like the better way to do things. Like not every day, but just like a few times a month maybe.
Joel, you said persist. What does that mean? I know what the word persist means. How would you persist?
Like you could find the teachers that did like it, and then have them like be an advocate of yours, and then like you could use that, and then just take a hold on St. Mark's, and have them just keep getting farther and farther until it's all there.
Don't say their names out loud, but do you have teachers in mind who you might go to first as an ally?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, good.
I wonder what would happen if you posted it on Facebook and teachers and parents and decision makers in your school saw it. I wonder what would happen.
Was there music on this?
Yes.
Yes, it was in the I Wonder screen, and Joel and Gentry made that music.
You.
Yes.
What'd you use?
GarageBand.
Nice. I just figured you got a loops from somewhere, or no? Okay. What'd you? Oh, GarageBand. You said. So it's been a long week. Anybody else? Anybody else likes?
Christopher.
I like that it was all about project-based learning and trying to go into the new world of education or whatever it is.
I'm glad you mentioned that. You guys crack me up. Not once in this did I even mention project-based learning. Did I? Did I mention project-based learning? But yeah, y'all go right to see anybody who's out in the world is like, oh yeah, of course it's Project Ginger's on this. So of course, why did project-based learning even come up? We're at STEAMmaker, which is a form of, but that's not what we were thinking about or talking about this week at all.
Well,
Thanks for the microphone. I'll hold it for you.
I saw the little logo on the back of the iPads, and then I asked Ginger what it meant, and then Mrs. Britton kind of explained it to us, and my mom talked about it, and I just like I don't know, it just like had like an appeal to me about like you could do things other than like learn from textbooks. You could do like you could have a problem, and then you could just try to think it out and like.
I also think project-based learning was a huge part in STEAMmaker, and so we wanted to incorporate that with our school.
Excellent. Well, I'm happy about that personally, but good. Yeah, anything else? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, who's next? Jump up. Who's next? Jump up. Marshall, you're up. Marshall, go. Robbie, we'll go. Robbie, you're with Christian, right? Okay, so let's put Marshall, and then you guys will be up next. Is that cool? All right. Thanks. Marshall, do you need me? Did you say maybe? Oh. I don't know, man. He's gonna have to touch my computer. Oh my gosh. You don't need a projector, do you? No, I don't think so. Grab a microphone. You're going to get to hold one of those.
Hello?
Yep. Good idea to check. I'm ready to click play when you're ready for me to, okay? Okay. Or you can just double click this. Okay. Would you rather do it that way? Poke it right now. Let's just double check. Just poke it. Poke it. There, that's why we double check it. Okay, So I've got it right. All you gotta do is
My name is Marshall, and I have created a song to persuade other schools to come to this camp next summer. First, I have made a model of what the cover of my album will look like. It's called, well, name of my song is called Let's Make Steam, and there's a whole bunch of steam coming out of the pipes and everything. I've also been using my skills on 3D printing, and I printed a basketball court, and I made the lines and everything. Addition, I've been working on sewing and made this tablet holder. Now it's time for the song, which is like a rap. If you want to mess with technology and you change the world, STEAMmaker is the place to go, yeah? Ginger by my side, helping me gang up on problems and figure it out. Check the list and here's the order it goes in. Ching! Hey, what's the problem? Let's go ahead and brainstorm. Test, fail. Evaluate, and try again. Present and publish. And watch everyone publish. Hey, come on down. Let's go make the world a better place.
What grade are you going into, Marshall?
Seventh.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. What do we like about Marshall's work? Go ahead, jump in now.
I like that you wrapped it yourself.
Yeah.
Can you tell about that process, about making the song and then all that?
Well, first I went and just recorded myself, and then I went back to Gary's office, and she had all the sound set and everything, and she said I could blend my voice into the song better. So what I did is we set it all up, and it was like I'm a real rapper or something, and I started singing, and then what we did was we transported it to her computer, and we started playing it, and it worked out pretty good. I was a little nervous, but it worked out pretty good. Toby.
It takes guts, man. It does.
Peyton, did you have? Okay. Michaela?
I like how you did the little model to show the song name.
Yeah, it didn't work out, but I thought I had to make this work because it was cool because the basketball goal is formed, but didn't quite. So I had to do a little bit of trimming and cut myself in the process. And then I just put it on this court thing and made all the lines and everything. Any other questions?
I like your song.
Yeah, I made some other beats on the laptop that are pretty cool. I've been doing a lot of studying off the Skrillex and stuff like that.
Ooh, I'm a
Yeah.
Skrillex fan.
I like that you did something like nobody would even think of doing. I don't think anyone people make songs and stuff, but you went a step further and you added lyrics to it, which just makes it 10 times better.
Thanks, thank you.
I like the lyrics and that's very original, and they were very brave to do that.
Absolutely. All right. Go ahead, Carrie.
I really liked the song, and it was a song because it had a beginning and a middle and an end. I feel like you put a lot of thought into the different sound effects and the words.
Yeah, we had that little thing in the middle
Yeah, I like that part. I told you that. That's cool.
But shifted gears in the middle too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what McCartney and Lennon did, is they shifted gears in the middle of their songs a lot, and did all the old people nodding. Yep, absolutely. And by the way, anybody over like 18 is old in this room. So
Yeah, I tried to make the background music just simple. I mean, not too much, but yeah.
why? Why did you make that simple? Because a lot of people will sit down and lay down loops complicated. Why did you do it simply?
Well, just a nice beat, so like a good rap beat. So like on like the movies, how they'll always ask somebody like to play a beat with their hands or something. Yeah,
Beatbox?
beatbox, but yeah, just simple as could be. That's the way it happened.
Do you think that enhances the lyrics, or
Yeah, it goes together really good with the lyrics.
yeah, doesn't fight at all?
I used for some of the lyrics, I used the grasshopper sign. Yeah.
The design process, absolutely.
You also kind of like told a story with your song. Like you didn't like repeat it over and over again. And you kind of like the story was just kind of like what we had to do during our project at STEAMmaker. Like our conflict.
Yep. Any other?
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If I can, let's all stand up and do some stretches for just a minute. We'll take a bit of a commercial break. Stand up, move around. Let's take about a 2-3 minute break. 2-3 minute break, a little commercial. If you're watching still live, we're still here. We're still here. This is just taking a quick break.
Sorry, I just.
Oh my gosh, Marshall. Hold up your cover there. Actually, yeah, bring that cover over here. Cool, put that chair out the way. No, I want you in it too. I don't care about that. I care about this. Okay, hold on here. We're going to zoom in on this. Okay, 3, 2. Oh, sit here. Is this right? Yeah, I can tell you what they've already said. Sounds good. Here, come here, let me. Okay, give me another angle.
Hey, this is just so cool. I got
by my count, we've only had 13 people go out of 36. So we need to get a move on.
Testing.
Hi, hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, only about 1/3 of us have gone, and we have less than an hour. So come on, let's get back to it. Are you just following me around to pieces? Do you think I'm just going to hang out up here? Right, let's go back to some place where we can grab a chair up next to mine. Gentlemen and ladies, let's go ahead and bring it on back in. Excellent. Let's also make sure the popcorn gets in our mouths If it can't get back in your mouth, open your mouth wider. I know your mouth can open wide. I've seen them, heard them. I just need a microphone all the time in this space. And gentlemen, ladies, who's coming up next? Thank you. Leave it at your table so that when people who are very quiet are talking, then we can hear you. There you go. Just remember that when other people are presenting and you're for making noise, that microphone. All right, Robbie and Alejandro and Christian are coming up. Who else is next? Who's after them? By the way, because I'm a visual girl, would you throw your hand in the air if you have not yet presented? Yeah, that's a great deal. Okay, so, yeah.
Which one's on?
Wait, how do you plug it in?
By the way, those of you who have already, oh, do you need help with that? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You got all right. Those of you who have already presented, how does it feel to be finished?
Great.
But you're still paying attention to others, right? Good. I need that cord down this. Oh. This one? And you have a PC, right? Oh, I'm hooked. Go bring it here. Thank you. Everybody needs a microphone? I'll take two. Do you need sound?
Oh no, it's just 3D model.
No, don't press anything. Just go check, check.
Check, check.
Hello.
Check, check.
Hello.
All right, rock stars.
Hey, wait, where's the model?
Let's go.
Okay, so we made a thing for when you sprain your ankle. We try to follow the rice method.
The rice method is R is for rest, I is for ice, C is for compress, and E is for elevate. And more than 25,000 players like basketball, soccer, hockey, any sports players sprain their ankle a day, and over 1 million do a year.
First, we made a 3D model on SketchUp. And so after that, we made a model out of clay.
We kind of, on this model I'm wearing right now, we had to add more compression because this really wouldn't help that much. Oh yeah.
Elevate.
I'm not sure you can see because I'm kind of standing on it, but I'm wearing one of the last model that we made for it.
That black pocket
It's
is
for the
ice.
Why is it pinning?
It's for ice. What's this called? I forgot.
We have like a little wrap around the leg that would compress it.
And then these two hooks are for
we have, like,
elevate.
hooks so you can put strings and then tie it to something so it'll be elevated. And then
The rest is already
yeah,
compressed.
we have rubber bands holding it together, but it works. It's actually really comfortable. I've been wearing it all day.
Do you have an injury?
No, but we just wanted to, yeah, we just wanted to make
Kinda
sure
show
it
off.
fit someone, so I wore it. Yeah, it is.
What do we like about what they were showing us? Can you walk around over here so we can see it?
Okay.
Michaela, you had something?
I like how you thought of the people that would sprain their ankle.
I like how you modeled or how you made a model, then you prototyped, and then you actually made it.
Okay.
I like how you use like
Bring it
the
on.
price method and you incorporated all four of them.
I'm curious about the elevation. How are we keeping this elevated? Oh, I told you I was asking you the tough questions.
Well, we have hooks on the front. That's the string. We tried to make like a clip that would go at the edge of the table, but it kept on breaking. Because of
So what hasn't worked? What hasn't worked with the elevation?
well, the thing we're trying to make something that could like put on a table, so you could just elevate it when you're working. But every time we make a different one, either it would break.
I can't hear you, honey.
That's what the microphone.
The foot is too heavy for anything that goes like on the table. So every time he put his foot on it, it would go down.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't stay on there.
What did you try to hook on the table?
Well, we had like at first we had like a clip, like 2 clips, and then but that broke, and then we tried one of those hangers.
One of the wire hangers?
Yeah, and then we tried to like
that you can bend by hanging on a heavy pair of pants? Okay.
But then it kind of like bent, so it kind of like snapped.
Oh.
Yeah, it really. And then I think if we had more time, we would have tried to figure that out.
So you tried 2 different ways?
Yeah.
2. Okay. Okay. What else do we like?
I appreciated the statistics to prove that there was an issue that needed to be solved.
Where did those statistics come from? We're asking you. Where did those statistics come from? Deer in headlights is exactly what that is. That's cute. That's okay. Where did those come from? Because, I mean, that's really compelling. Oh, is it from, look, bend your heads down. Let's look. Let all y'all 3 bend your heads down. Yeah, stuff from the top of our heads just ain't so smart. I think it's really, I love that if those are real stats, and I'm sure they're out there, that's powerful. But if you just made them up, then your whole thing shot to pieces. But I was hoping you had actually looked them up and you'd make me feel foolish.
We didn't make them up. I don't know what website we found it on. But
I found it like on a doctor website. Can't remember exactly what it was called.
A doctor website. Is that like a Dr. DJ, doctor website, doctor whatever? I'm very interested. I would like to know that by the end of the next presentation. So when you sit down, I want you to find out where that was and come back and tell us. Would you please?
Sure.
Excellent. Anybody else likes?
I like how it would actually help someone, like with pain.
The reason I kind of wanted to do this because my dad plays soccer and usually always sprains his leg. So I just wanted something that could help him.
I love it. I think you guys really took the challenge of the long-term challenge really head on. Tried to think of other people than just what you personally need, and I really appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much. Let's see that website in a little bit. Thanks, guys. Who's next? Who's next? There's a whole bunch of those. Lauren, did you need me? Do you need me, or are those just your notes? Okay.
Okay.
I showed like 6.
So I'm Lauren, and I chose the challenge number 6. We don't have the thing, but it's make something that will make somebody's life a little better. And so I made this for my dad since Father's Day is coming up. It's a little plaque sort of thing that I made on the SketchUp software and printed it. And I colored it with a paint marker thing. And it says number 1 dad. And it has a N for Nebraska on it because that's where he was born. And the company logo for the Cessna where he works. And I
he's not a really stay-home dad. He's always around places because he's a pilot, and he flies everywhere and gets a lot of things from places like Switzerland and China and places like that. And sometimes it's fun seeing him come home, and it really makes me happy. And then, yeah, so first I designed it on paper and colored it, and, well, not colored it, just designed it with pencil. Then I got it approved by Ginger, and then I printed it on the 3D printer using SketchUp, and then I colored it with a metallic silver paint pen, and then colored the letters. And then I made a little bag in the wearable technology station over there, and it's basically a miniature version of the drawstring bag that I made earlier this week. I just used my imagination and kind of made up the dimensions on my own. Then I tied it, and it fits perfectly. And then there is my number 6, making something for somebody, make their life a little better.
I know you want to sit down, but I'm going to ask you to stand up there and listen to people say good things about you. Go ahead.
I really like how now she's got a beautiful gift for her father, plus she's got it wrapped. She made the wrapping for it so she doesn't have to worry about wrapping it, and both are homemade and from her, and I think that's really special.
I like how you thought of something different, like most people would.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like how it has like the emotions, like my dad, I guess about him and my dad. And then I like the second symbol, which that's where he works, and then the breath.
This is a question, but was it easier or harder to make the smaller version than the bigger one?
Well, I
Talking
don't
about the
really
bag,
know.
right? Yeah. Okay.
It was actually kind of a little harder because I didn't know how long to make the strings. I didn't know really. I was confused at the beginning because I didn't know where to start, didn't know where exactly to do it. And then Tammy kind of helped me. She just walked in and she helped me a little bit, and then it just worked out.
How did Tammy help you?
She just was supervising a little bit. She didn't really say much, but she just gave me little pointers. So.
I like how you made black thing out of the 3D printer. Sounds cool.
Maybe I'm tired, but my eyes are leaking tears of awesomeness with this. I don't know. So I think it's like, oh, maybe it's because I travel and I think, gosh, what a nice thing, to carry with. What else, Carrie Ann?
I like how the process, how she went back and added the paint to the letters to make them pop later. I mean, it was awesome, but it was finished. But even more awesome. Like she never stopped making.
Yeah, it like had a level, and one more thing and 8 more things. Oh, Alejandro, I'm so sorry. It's going to be really embarrassing for you here in a little bit when I call you out on something. You got something wrong with your eyes over there? Anything else with Lauren? Lauren, great, thank you. And great presentation. I love how we had a definite ending with yours. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Who's next? Jump up, let's go. Michaela and Bryant are going to go? Beautiful. That's okay, that's fine. We'll get the chair later. Do you need help hooking in? Yes. Okay. We need this. Let's just do a couple. Your favorites. Let's do one that has already been done and then one of your inventions.
Okay, you'll do your invention.
Okay. Yep. Put this one in here. Check your volume. We're ready to go when you are. What's going on? Oh, it's not showing you.
Probably because the lid needs to be open.
Say what?
They had the lid closed.
No, that wouldn't matter. Excuse me. Can I just open it? Sorry about this, y'all. There we go. Yeah.
We made some tutorials to build with little bits. We did that because the people that get little bits may not know how to do it, so we did some tutorials about it. We also made it because Miss Poole will be our teacher next year, and she's planning on doing some little bits, and then she can use our tutorials to help out with that. And we will show you some of our videos.
Prank number 2.
Hello. Hello. I'm a magician, if you haven't noticed. I noticed. You got that big long hat. Oh, thank you. I like it. It's my best. Now, I want to do a trick on you. Okay. You mind? Yeah. Are you sleepy? Yeah. You'll be sleepy. You are sleepy.
Trick works every time. It's not real. Bye-bye, wheel. This hypnotizing wheel is in the Little Bits 14 bits modules. So I'll show you how to build a hypnotizing wheel. Well, first you start with the same old plug-in and power, as you know, as you should remember from my first video. You plug it in as usual, red light, turn it on and off, and then you take a sound trigger. You may not have seen a sound trigger yet before, so I will show you what a sound trigger looks like. It looks like this. This is where the sound goes in, and it activates anything after it. So and then, here, I want to show you something. See this screwdriver? You get one in the pack. And see, if you look closely, you'll see a little screw thing. Put your screwdriver in it and turn it for sensitivity. If you turn it all the way up sensitivity, then it will make it go at any sound. Turn it down, it won't turn on at all. Then it'll turn on depending on how far or close you are. So you just take this, as you know, it's a magnet, like that. We have 4 of them, and that one was short. I don't know why. And with the magician thing, I had an invisible hat.
You gonna play one more?
Yeah, we're gonna, cause we made some stuff on our own. Hi, I'm Michaela, and I will show you my invention. First, you take the battery and plug, then you put the dimmer, then you take 2 lights, 2 long LED lights, and do that, and then you take the bar graph, and you put it on, I set the dimmer to lowest level, and I'll show you what it's like later. Then you put the RGB LED, I mean, and then you just put the bright LED. And then when you turn this, it's a flash of lights. Bye bye. See you next time.
One of the things I like most about it was your magician voice.
That's good. What else?
I always had to get on We did too, but we couldn't show them all.
What else do we like?
I like your humor.
Yeah. I saw lots of people in here laughing, and they were laughing over here and over here in a good way, in a very good way. Yep, absolutely. Am I right?
Yes.
I love a tutorial made by students because it makes people like me think, oh, maybe I can do it. And it makes other people your age say, oh, maybe I can do it. Am I right? Nice.
I like how you called yourself an inventor, and I wonder what else you could invent.
Ooh, yeah. I like that you had troubles at first starting. Didn't you have some troubles? But once you got started, you knew what you needed to do. And you guys just started cranking these things out, and you were really focused and did a great job. Do you think, is it easy to make these types of videos now?
No.
Ah, good. Are you proud of them?
Yes.
If you could do something different, what would you do, Bryant?
He's shy.
I know. But I'm asking a question. If you could do something.
There's this feather thing that you get I forgot what it's called, and the power, and then the dimmer, and then there's a DC motor, and if you turn the dimmer and the DC motor turns on, and you can like put a feather in it, and it dusted your shelves and stuff.
And that's what you would have done differently?
We also would have put music if we had a little more time. And besides, I tried, but it wouldn't let me because I had nothing on iTunes or GarageBand.
Right. But I kind of like it without music because it's clean that way. That's neat. Peyton, what did you say?
In a two long-term project, and you kind of made them into one. Like you took the one to make something better for a person, which you made for your teacher so she could show it to her students next year, and then you made that video like the tutorial. And it was just something different that probably no other group did.
So what's next? What do you do next? Are you finished, or would you make more?
We'd probably make more.
I think you're pretty good at it. All right, anybody else? Thank you so much. Who's next? All right, go girls, go. Oh, Michaela and Bryant, what grades are you guys going into?
We're going into fifth.
You're going into 5th grade. Thank you so much.
I think they have their website.
Oh, thanks, Peyton. I would have forgotten. Tell me, Robbie, where's that medical doctor website?
American Orthopedic Society.
The say it again.
American
Orthopedic.
Foot and Ankle Society.
Oh, okay. We might believe them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd still have to look, but yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you. Okay. All right, girls, introduce yourselves and what grade you're going into.
I'm Emily, and I'm going into 6th grade.
Okay.
I'm Mariah, and I'm going into the 6th grade.
And we made this we made this guitar off the 3D printer, and we had a little bit of trouble making the guitar because it kind of looks like a bunny.
Yeah.
With a stick sticking out of his head. But it was supposed to be a guitar, and you can kind of see the strings in it. And after we were done, we had to get wire.
Yeah, and make the loop to put the chain in it.
Yeah, and that was hard because we had trouble getting it.
Yeah, we're thinking we should have started while we were designing on the computer. We should have put the loop on it while we were making it.
Yeah.
But finally we got it on
there. And we had to like redo the guitar like 3 times.
Mhm. Because the computer shut off and they said that that stopped the printer with it, and so but finally we got it
done. And we would have like done a little more to it. Like whenever we were designing it, we could have put like a little bit of designs on.
Yeah, on the sides of it, around here.
But we didn't think of that. Of doing that. And
if wait, we already said that. Never mind. Hold on.
Oh, never mind. We're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got that.
Excellent. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Did you make the chain off the 3D printer?
No, we just like bought it.
Okay.
What
What do we like about their guitar? What do we like about their process?
I like how you did it on the 3D printer and it makes it look 3D.
Yeah, I never thought it looked like a bunny until you said something. Anybody else? It really looks like a guitar, doesn't it? Yeah. Don't tell people what might be wrong with it, because we might not even notice. We might never notice what's wrong with something. Absolutely. And the both of you are made it together, right? You work together.
Yes.
Who did what? Who had their hands on the computer the most? Who's the genius over there?
Actually, back and forth. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And who gets to take it home? Rock, paper, scissors. Maybe we can print another.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I like how they're designing theirs. Like I saw them when they were creating that, and you didn't just like get it off the internet and put it in SketchUp and put it out. Like it was your own thing. You also like had a plan what your website was going to be called, what your business. You didn't share that.
Oh, we didn't get that finished all the way because we didn't have enough time to get it done. Because we were here yesterday trying to get it finished, but then we had to leave.
Yeah, and it was really
confusing.
What is she talking about? What did you start to do?
Like we went to what's it?
I don't really
start with like
Is it Etsy?
No, it's like a
Shapeways?
Oh yeah, Shapeways.
Oh, okay.
Shapeways. And we got everything ready, and then we didn't really get how to do stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of confusing to us.
And we kind of like wrote down everything it said to do. And we still didn't really get it.
Yeah.
Who did you ask for help with Shapeways?
We didn't. We just looked off.
Yeah, we looked off the computer and found what we were supposed to do.
And that still didn't work though?
No, it was kind of really confusing.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, if you're helping yourself first and you really have looked and you're like, I'm not sure, then's when you should holler at another person and say, hey, come over here. Because 2 heads are smarter than 1, but 3 heads might really make the difference, right? Okay. I really like what you've done. I really like how you guys practiced, because I know you were planning on reading this, and thank you for not reading your presentation. I really appreciate that. Good work. Good work, ladies. Who's next? All right. Good to go.
Where's your iPad?
Oh, sorry. Is it the mini, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay, unscrew that. Yeah, down here.
Oh, okay.
straight all the way. No. Who's got a good song? Anybody? Don't do the Jeopardy song. What else? Okay, I love it. Don't do the Jeopardy song. I'm thinking songs.
Yeah. Unless you just want the sound of the motor going.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it. I didn't watch the
You didn't watch the video? Or you just shot it? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yep. You want it sideways or vertical? It's vertical. Okay. Push play. What's your name? And
my name is Emma Strobel. I'm 14. I'm going into the 8th grade, and I made a prototype of a prosthetic leg, and it's like going in a running motion. And I made it on the 3D printer, and I have a partner, Lydia, but she's in Missouri. And we made it on the 3D printer, but we had to do the two top parts, the knee and the thigh, over again because they were too big. They were sized differently. Then I took it over to robotics, and we programmed it first to where they were both on 2 motors, but we figured out that they wouldn't be in sync. Well, I figured out they wouldn't be.
Oh, is that what you're doing? You could just talk to her, you know.
I figured out that it wouldn't be in sync if you didn't have it connected to the part. So I was thinking about putting hinges in it, but it cracked the plastic. So I did a rubber band and I cut it in half and I glued it to each side. And then I programmed it to where it turned 90 degrees to the left and then to the right. And I had to put the thigh on something strong and sturdy because if not it would go around. And then put tack under the motor so it wouldn't move around because the leg was turning and it was moving the motor with it. And the leg is also tacked to the motor, but the tack comes off really easy. It doesn't stick or anything. It sticks, but it doesn't. It comes off. And I also tacked that to the table because it was moving. So, yeah. That's it.
Let me get this straight. You made a prosthetic 3D printed leg.
Yes.
Like a fake leg for people who might have lost a leg somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a prototype. Ha ha ha. What do we like about this, guys? Ladies?
I like that it seemed very thoughtful, like your project.
Okay. Oh.
I like that you kept trying to get it right. And then when you finally did, it turned out really well.
I like your plans for when you were drawing it, that you looked and you wrote and you researched and you paid attention to the human anatomy and you recreated it and drew it. Do you have a copy of that paper anywhere? I want people to see your plans.
And she took it home then.
She, this isn't something off the top of Emma's head. This is something that she really researched deeply to know how the knee works. Now, your lack of skill or practice, all it takes is practice with that 3D printing, and I have no doubt that you can make something biomechanically friendly. I'm impressed. I like too that you had the rubber bands connecting. Why did you put the rubber? Was I not paying attention when she said that? But why? Because sometimes that can happen.
Oh, because like I had it on another motor and it wasn't really in sync with that, and the thigh was moving too, and the thigh's not supposed to move.
Right.
It just has tendons in it that help move the leg, and so I did it to where it was connected with it, and so it looked more correct.
Right, because that's really kind of what our knee is right now. It's connected by ligaments and tendons. It's just like a stack of bones on top, and that showed your research. Now I know that we're working with some technical issues. Our knee doesn't actually move away from the thigh. Mm-hmm. It's the foot that moves. Yeah. But that's hard to replicate maybe with some of the mechanics that we had. I like that you're trying with that. What else do we like about her work?
What inspired you to work on the leg somewhat or something?
Well, I don't know why this made me think of it, but my grandma has MS, and then I know another guy was in a car wreck and had to get both of his legs amputated.
What did you know about the anatomy of the knee and the leg before you started this project?
I knew a little bit because my mom had to get her knee replaced, and she showed me most of the stuff, and but I didn't know as much as there's on this paper.
You learned a lot of terms. What will you do next?
I might want to do like an arm or something, or look more into like what different types of prosthetic legs you can make.
Yeah. I really liked your tenacity that you did for that.
I also really appreciated that I don't like it, but I do like it. I had very minimal contact with you from the camp because you knew what you wanted to do and you did it. You didn't need a lot of redirection or a lot of hand patting, or that you're a really strong, independent thinker, planner, and doer. And if I was on this camp thing, I'd want to partner with you every single day of the week. Because maybe I wouldn't, because you might make me look bad. But that's a problem of me, not you. I admire the work that you've done here, and I hope it was worth your time, because I think you've made us all stronger, whether we realize it or not. Thank you. All right, who's next up? Who's next up? Let's go. Who has not yet presented?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Matt's coming up. By the way, I'm going to give Matt a little bit, as he's getting set up here, I want us to be aware. Matt actually was gone yesterday because he was sick. The most of the day that we spent on working on our long term, he started his long term today. So he really had about 3 hours. So he's going to show what he has so far. So if he's not as slick as far as the rest of us, that has nothing to do with his ability. It only has to do with the time that he had available. So, Matt, I'm ready to go when you are.
It broke. I have to fix it.
Okay, no problem. I'll continue to do a song and dance. I'm kidding. It's not literal. You really thought I was going to do a song and dance? They said they did. They were like, all right, lady, let's see this. All right. Did you just say do it? I just got to tell you, that's creepy. Don't ever say that to a woman. Just do that. Do it. Don't do it. No. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't make it any better. Just let her go. Let her go. Let her go. I'm very interested. Those of you who might be watching online, go ahead and send us some encouragement if you want at the hashtag STEAMmaker hashtag on Twitter, or you can, of course, tag me, Ginger Lumen, on Facebook so that we can see that you're out there if you have further questions for us. Sorry. Is anybody viewing the live stream? No? Well, we're not ignoring you, we promise. Okay. Matt, you ready to go, man? What grade you going into?
My name's Matt, and I'm going into 7th grade, and I'm 12 years old. I did electrical circuitry, which was not a long-term project for everyone, but I did it so that it's a 2-story house, 1 story, and then the second story and a porch light. The first story turns on and off independently, and then the porch and the second story lights turn off when the other one's on. And I got a lot of help from the teachers, and that's pretty much it. And all of the electrical circuitry works. And that's pretty much it.
What do we like?
Christopher.
I have a question.
What?
Okay. I wondered if you could do it on, if you could turn the electricity on all, like if you can turn electricity on all of the.
3 lights at the same time?
Yeah.
Well, not the way that's wired up right now, but yeah, you could do that.
How could you?
Well, the switch back here, you wire it with the one switch that turns the porch light and the second light on. It has 3 prongs, and so you would, there's like six of them, 3 on each side, and so you would put 1 wire here and another wire there, and on the other side you would put it in the middle and on the opposite side.
I like how you figured out how to do that almost on your own in the just about $3 that you had.
Yeah, I like how even though you were gone yesterday, you didn't just tell people that you didn't get it done because you were gone, like just make an excuse. You actually did it in the time you had.
Did you reach Sean?
No.
I was dying to see that in action. I'm glad you did that.
That's it.
I like how I think he was probably the only one that did that. So we tried, but we didn't have time to do it today.
Absolutely. What materials did you use?
Just the styrofoam board and, well, batteries and then some of the little bits.
And the Christmas lights?
Yeah, the Christmas lights.
So you cut wire from the Christmas lights and use the lights from that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's real electricity. That's not a kit.
No.
You just use the batteries and the hookup from the little bits, and the rest of it was straight up, full-on wiring.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive. Impressive. Go ahead.
Could you show it again?
Yeah, I have the turning it on and off.
Can you turn around so we can see it when it switches? I think they love the idea of the switch. There we go. Electricity is sometimes not pretty in the walls.
And then this switch turns on the first floor, on and off. And then this switch, it took a long time to hook up. That was the majority of my time. And it just...
That it's a switch that the front porch light is on or the upstairs light is on, depending on which side of the switch it is. You're at home? I keep hearing little bits of, that's awesome, that's awesome. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you, Matt. Matt, I know that you didn't do it completely off the top of your own head. Where did you get some help with this?
Cody helped me with the 2 switches, and then he helped me a little bit, and I got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure I helped you much. Did Cody run into any problems?
Yeah, with the other switch, he had to go.
He looked it up himself. And did he talk to anybody, or did he just look it up online, or?
I don't know if I talked to anybody because when we went to look it up, I was busy about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you this. He actually called up an electrician friend of his. And that's not cheating, y'all. That is not cheating. What that is called using your resources, finding mentors in the real world. In school, we call it cheating. It has to, you go ahead. It has to be off the top of your own head, but that's not what we do in the real world. In the real world, if we can't figure something out, we find somebody who knows, and we ask them daggum questions. That's called learning and collaboration, not cheating. So I don't want you to be afraid of that, and I want us to use that and do that a lot. Excellent. Thanks, Matt. Who's next? Who hasn't gone yet? Oh, okay, we got Spencer coming. Who else? Spencer's coming up. Who else has not yet gone? I know EJ has not yet gone. Zach hasn't gone. Oh, by the way, in case anybody's nervous, I have been writing names down of people who have gone, so I can go through and look. But I'm eyeballing this, and how much time we have? About 10 minutes. We got EJ, Zach, Spencer, and look at your tables. Call anybody of your friends out when we have time. So good, we have 3. Perfect. The worst place is the last place. Don't be the last one to go, because you better be spectacular. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So good idea. Do you need me, Spencer? Are you okay?
I think I'm good.
What you doing? I'm trying to plug these speakers. Okay. Actually, into what? Plug them into what? Oh, you mean the electricity? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, nothing up there will go down. That's good. What do you want to plug the speakers into? That's up all the way. Let's drop this down here. You don't need that. Here's your microphone. To be an artist.
I tried to make a cover album, but it didn't turn out so well. That's what the album uses.
Just let me get a preview.
Okay, let me make sure it's in.
How many of us have sometimes we have a great idea, but when we go to sketch it out, it looks like our hands are broken? Yeah, absolutely. Our mind's eye sees amazingness, but our hands are broken sometimes. And so oftentimes we want to turn to technology to help us out when we can. But if we decide to go with our hands, all we're going to do is get better eventually at it. So it's okay. It's okay to not have beautiful drawings sometimes.
Okay, so
Spencer?
Yeah. So I am Spencer Whitfield. I'm still 11, and I am going into 7th grade. Let's see here. So first, I made this small snowman. Didn't turn out the exact way that I wanted it to. There were parts that were unconnected to the snowman, but I just hot glued some other parts onto it and completed it. So yeah. So I made a 3-song album. I made a album cover. Thank you. Yeah, though I am not the best artist. Not even close. Alright, I have no way. I'll hold it for you. Alright.
Carrie Ann, you're so nice. Give a hand to Carrie Ann. If it's blinking red, then it's off. If it's blinking green, it's on.
It's blinking red and green.
Oh, then get a different one.
Okay. Hello? Yes.
There we go.
Okay, so there's my album cover, okay? So yeah, I made 3 songs here. I'll go ahead and play them. The first one, name of my album is Geniuses.
Self-titled album.
Alright, so I came up with just some names for the songs. The first one is named Apple. Alright, so let's make sure it turned up. Yes. Okay, so here we go. We go to the beginning, that help. Are you ready? Go. Done. So that was the first one. Let me go to the next one here. So, the next one is named The Great Geniuses.
It's your emphasis that makes all the difference.
On work. Hold on, it's not working quite right. There. Alright, here we go.
Playing 2 songs at once, man.
Hold on, I thought I took something out.
Take your time, we're good.
I think it's this. I hope it is. I think so. Just hope it is. Alright, done. Alright, to be honest, I really don't remember making it exactly like that. So, like, I guess that was it. So yeah. Alright, so I've got one more. And I just had to name it this. I had to name it the Great Finale. And that is it. So, that is it. So, yeah.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, what do we like?
Michaela.
I like that you already planned your album cover.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about the album cover? Because it's kind of hard to see from here.
Oh, yeah. There are a bunch of no-brained people.
Uh-huh.
So they're flying up. And me, I'm sitting down here with a brain. So my head is really heavy.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
What are you saying there?
My head is so heavy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What's the part above it?
Part above it? I'm saying that my brain has a lot of information. So that means I'm really smart.
Okay, what else do we like, y'all? I really like that you wrote the music. That sometimes it's easier to grab loops and sound amazing that are already put together. And you had some drum loops, but you also added in your own rhythms. You press the keys and record. Am I right with that? Okay, that it really is made by you. It wasn't just looped. The loops weren't put in places. That you really wrote this, or at least put it together. But it's different, you know. It's harder. It's harder to do, and I appreciate that. Are you gonna sing for us? You got a microphone.
Sure. No.
Just in case we were like, really?
You're up next.
Oh wait, is there anything else that we like? Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually thought about just making one song, but I decided that wouldn't be. I didn't want to do that.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Emily?
I kind of like the names of the songs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Joel.
What kind of software do you use?
I use GarageBand.
I really like your album cover. It's creative.
Thank you.
It's plenty to look at while we're listening to the music.
And I never really thought about this. Instead, I wrote one of the wrong songs. I changed a song name after I made the poster with all the song names on it.
Oh. Just like a creative artist, always changing things at the last minute once the printer's already gone to print. Anybody? I'm the only one? Oh, okay.
And I would have made my songs longer, maybe with lyrics of better quality if I had more time. But
how long have you been working with GarageBand?
This is like my second or third time using it.
Okay. What'd you do with it before?
I just messed around with it. I never even recorded anything.
So you got a little serious this time. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Where can we get these? Where can we download them?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Oh, I know you heard me. So that's one of the things I'm going to challenge you to do before you leave here today. I would love to have a copy of that album cover electronically.
Oh, the album cover?
I.e., take a picture, and your songs.
Okay.
I want to see them somewhere. I want to, if you upload them to, like, put them with the album cover and upload them to YouTube under a different name or something like that. I think that's really important because I don't want to lose it when you walk out this door and your phone goes away. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, the stuff that you guys are making needs to go in your portfolio. You guys all have an electronic portfolio, right? Oh, that's on your summer to-do list now. Make a website or a wiki for yourself and start keeping pictures of, video of, copies of the stuff that you're building because it will show your growth over time. And it's an excellent way to apply for scholarships, apply for camps, and show how amazing you are and how amazing you have been from a young age. Don't wait till your senior year to start thinking about scholarships. That's too late. Okay? Spencer? Love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Zachary J.
Actually, I'm going to have EJ first.
Not that we're 5 minutes late or anything, but come on.
Just go. Thank you.
Okay. EJ, you gotta go next.
Just hold it up to your face and talk.
This one? So I made a boat. It's a green boat.
Tell us about your process, genius.
So it took like 20 minutes to make, but like an hour and a half in the printer. And the first one only printed like halfway, so I had to redo it. And
what went wrong with the first print?
it just stopped.
Okay. Why did you make a boat?
Because I felt like it. It's just, I watched Finding Nemo the night before. And
how does this fit into the long-term challenges then?
I don't know. I guess like it started out with sunglasses that didn't go very well, but that came into a boat.
And which challenge were you trying to accomplish?
8. Challenge 8.
And you got that approved by whom? Where were those plans?
What plans?
Zach, why did everybody just laugh right then? I'm putting you on the hot seat because I love that you went over and did some printing because you're good at it, right? I saw you working and trying to get the CAD to happen, and then I saw you come back to SketchUp, and I totally love that. I think that you have a talent that very few of us have, but you've had some experience there too. But I would love to see from you a little more planning and thought in the future because this is almost accidental. It's almost like you're standing up there with here's the thing I did, that really didn't follow a challenge much at all. Because the challenge that I think I approved was to learn a different software. You made that in what?
SketchUp.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's okay. I'm proud of you. You know stuff that's awesome. Where would you go next? Because I know that you're in love with this 3D printing, and this is the last question I'm going to ask you because I know you also love talking to us. That's me being sarcastic. Yeah, I'm trying to just move on. What would you like to do next in 3D printing? If I just let you stay here with the computer and the 3D printer and we just left you alone, where would that take us in a week, a month, 6 months? What would you want to be doing? That's a tough question to ask in front of people. I know. So I let him think for a second. We'll just talk to the side over here, and then he'll come back. If you could design anything right now, what would it be?
A different, bigger boat. It's just kind of. I like boats.
Why? Tell me about boats.
Because I like Finding Nemo, and that's just got me interested in boats.
I'm gonna let you off the hot seat because you don't normally like to talk this much, but I made you for a little bit right in front of everybody. I also know that when you go home, you are pretty excited about this stuff. You're pretty stoic in front of us, but I know the behind-the-scenes conversations with mom and dad. So, please.
Do you have a certain particular area in school that you like more than another? Because I see that going historically in the recreation of military
The H.L. Hunley.
ships and stuff like that.
One of my projects that I have kids do is redesign the invasion at Normandy. You know, the little meat, they call them meat market boats, is that when they drop that front door, that the enemy, the Germans just shot up into them and just killed men by the hundreds who hadn't even gotten off the boat. They hadn't even gotten onto shore. It was disgusting.
All of that on there and turned out as this little cute
Just some of your pieces.
I accidentally grabbed it with this like thing that stretched it all the way out.
Yeah. Precision matters with 3D
Like, I
printing.
have a model of it.
Awesome. Back to boats and historical thinking. And your question, was that a question?
That was that's how I would see that going. I thought maybe he would answer social studies as his favorite class or something.
We're answering for him. What's your favorite, some of your favorite classes?
I like science, I guess.
Why?
Because it's fun. Like,
what makes it fun?
We get to pull apart fish and stuff.
You blow up art fish?
Yeah, we do.
What?
We get to blow up the fish they.
Blow up fish?
We get to pull apart fish. It's fun. Okay, Grandma, come on.
That's cool. Sorry, rock and roll ears, man. That's all I gotta say. Dissect fish, right? All right. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Are we good? Anybody else? We're good. Anything else we liked about his work? Who got helped by Zach on the 3D printing? Who did Zach help? That's good. That's good. That makes me feel good. Lily, did you have a question or something or anything you liked? Cool. Thanks, Zach. You're off the hot seat. EJ. Best for last, man. Come on. By the way, those of you who are watching out in the internet land, thank you so much. Our kids really appreciate having an audience and people paying attention to the great stuff they did. And if they don't appreciate it now, then they should later. There are 833 people watching as far as you know. There are 643,000 people watching as far as you know. What? There are nobody watching as far as you know. 896,811 watching. EJ, you ready to go, baby?
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm EJ, if you didn't know that from the 10 million calls. I made a hat for my project, and this is the first hat I made. As you can see, it's way too small for basically anyone. This is my second attempt, which was still too small, and my third attempt actually fit me for them. Yeah, and I would think the people that would probably buy this particular hat would be like construction workers or gardeners or people that would particularly be outside all day, because it covers like your whole face with shade, like your whole face, your neck, and part of your shoulders. There. Really? Well, one, it was pretty easy to make since it's just paper. It would probably be a lot cheaper than normal hats on the market. Since, yeah.
How does it work in the rain if it's made of paper and paint?
I haven't tested that yet.
Oh, okay. It'd be interesting. Is it a hat made for rain?
No.
What's it a hat made for then?
shade.
Or sun. Yeah, see?
It's not light. But yeah, if I had more time, I would probably make the rim a lot like longer so it could cover more of your body with shade.
Do you truly intend it to be made of paper?
Probably not. If I were to actually produce this, it would probably not be made of paper.
Thank you.
Leather would get really hot in the sun.
What would you make it of?
What? Yeah.
Okay, somebody said leather and you gave him an answer. Answer that louder, please. Why not leather?
Because if leather sits in the sun a long time, then it gets really hot, and that kind of disintegrates the hat's purpose.
So what would you make it from?
I don't remember. I don't know what they make hats out of.
Sounds like a place to research. Next steps.
Duh.
Yeah. Anything else? What else do we like about EJ's presentation or the hat or questions we have for him? Wonders?
I like that you stuck with it because you started with that first hat and then realized that it was too small, so you went to another one. Still didn't like it, so you went to a third one. You didn't even stop after the second.
Oh, yeah. I repurposed the second one to be like a trash can / hat holder.
Actually, I do. I'm going to jump on that. EJ, I know you went through lots of iterations, lots of different versions of this. Yeah. Tell me true, would you have stayed with the first one if I'd have let you?
Probably.
Yeah. Are you more proud of the second and the third than you are the first?
Yeah.
It matters. Mm-hmm. It matters. A little more time, a little more thinking. It's not about being finished. It's about doing as best you can. And sometimes that takes 8 or 12 or 11,000 steps.
Okay.
In other words, a lot. Good. Anything else?
No.
Carrie Ann, anything?
I thought he stuck with it. I thought he was gonna.
You thought he was going to give up? Yep. I hate to say it, EJ, but I truly thought you were going to give up too.
I'm glad you did.
I'm really glad I'm very proud of you for that. I thought, man, this kid is going to make this one ugly hat and he's going to be good with it and he's going to be happy. And I'm glad you're not happy with it. I'm glad that you went and kept on with it. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. Quick, look around. Point at the person at your table who's not yet gone. Nope, everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. Oh, what did you say about the teachers?
I feel like the teachers should have had one, had a long.
Teachers did. Teachers, all y'all come up to the front. Teachers, all y'all come to the front. Teachers, all y'all come to the front. Teachers, all y'all go to the front. You can go if you want to. Teachers, do you have microphones? Teachers, do you have microphones? Grab microphones, pass them around. Okay. Students, I want you to be thinking of questions that you can ask them, because this workshop was for them. You guys just were incidental benefit. Teachers, what do you think you gained from today and yesterday and the whole week? Anybody?
Some great starting points for ways to maybe incorporate this into our school.
I think one of the things that I gave was the patience in allowing the process to actually happen and standing back and being a part of the process and helping question so it goes deeper each time and seeing how it gets better as it goes deeper. One of my, I guess if I have a dream from this, my dream is that my colleagues come and say, what happened that week at camp? Because this kid is a different kid. I hope that what I don't witness is, hey, I'm with STEAMmaker, we did all this, let's do what we did there, here, but because I was there, I'm able to take this and show that I'm a different learner because of this week. not just that I have some great memories or I did some great things, look at the great things I did, but that I'm a better learner. Because I think I plan to be a better teacher in letting that happen. I think, encouraging that to happen.
Thank you.
I agree, and I am the type of teacher that wants to get, because that's kind of mom I was. Get in there and fix it. Just let me fix it for you. Let me show you what you need to do. Let me tell you what you need to. I'm not really good at asking questions and making them think. So I learned a lot about, because I caught myself more this week than I've ever before caught myself getting ready to say something or say, well, do this, we'll do that. And I was still guilty this week of doing that, but I'm conscious of it now, so I can stop myself a little bit.
Did students surprise you when you stopped telling them what to do? Did they go ahead and surprise you?
Absolutely.
Their
ideas were better than mine, than the ones that were doing.
It's humbling as an adult, as a teacher who's supposed to be in charge of everything. It's humbling when a kid can say, "Oh my gosh, I can do that."
I really feel like as a teacher, I've learned as much as hopefully my students did this week. I know I learned all kinds of new stuff about technology. It was great to be able to talk to and collaborate with the other teachers and with the students at other schools, because I've really enjoyed getting to know you guys and learning all of the cool things you're doing at your schools and the ideas that you have. And I thought it was an awesome week for that.
And I agree. And I don't know if the students really know, like, I had no idea how to do any one of these modules.
Yeah, absolutely.
None. So I mean, I don't want to speak for you guys, but I learned as you guys learned, and I learned stuff about the 3D things that I would love to bring into my classroom. And I learned, sewing. I probably should know how to sew, but I don't. So it was really cool to see you guys making all these products, because I'm like, I could totally do that now. But I also learned patience and how to kind of help students persevere, because I have trouble with that in my own classroom when they just get frustrated and get stuck. I don't ask the right questions for them to just say, okay, I want to keep on going. It's just, nope, I'm done. And so I've learned a lot on how to get them motivated to want to do more on their own. So that's cool.
I'll go. This is probably the one that's off. So, as students, I assume you think that we have it, and we're giving you these like green papers with the grasshopper circle on it and everything, the infographic. But really, as adults and teachers, we do this every class period, every day, and in workshops like this, I'm sure that we all do that too. For me, I have a class that runs similar to this, but I'm at the prototype stage, and so I love learning new things. And so for me, I'm going from prototype to fail to ask what was the challenge with that. And so this is a good opportunity for us to see what other people are doing and to use you as guinea pigs and say, how can I make that new prototype? And so that has been really, really good. Additionally, we use the same skills. Like, you guys are asking us how to do different things. Well, we are developing that same rapport, so we can say, hey, I remember that one teacher from that camp that really knew how to do this. And so that's what we're developing too. We're doing the exact same things as you are, but we're doing it at a much later stage in life. So it's been pretty cool.
Oh, you're not going to get along without saying anything. You're going to say something.
Thanks, Ginger. It was fun to watch them create and explore and also learn, and we do plan on taking it back, and I definitely know that we have 2 future 8th grade girls that are very invested into getting this at our school. So I'm excited about that.
I enjoy more. I have a relationship with these guys on a different level than just teacher to student. I mean, I really got to know kids that I had in class for a year, and I knew, I got to know better. I feel like it's a different relationship here. Kind of cool.
Kids, do you have any questions for the teachers at all? Go ahead.
Thank you
One thing that you can take back to the class.
One of the projects.
Here you go. I got it.
Oh, okay.
I'll answer that for you. The one thing that I assume all of us would take back to the classroom is you. Like truthfully.
Thank you.
Let me elaborate.
Right here, Paul, you got a little.
I get the gold star. But truthfully, I don't care what table you want to take back to your school. It doesn't matter because it's just stuff.
That's right.
And you can find stuff along the side of the road and make great projects with it. And so truly, it matters that you guys come back and say, hey, we have a new skill, and we have a new belief in ourselves, and we have a new belief in how we can adapt and learn things. So this is not about the 3D printer or the wiring or anything. It's really about how you think.
Amen, brother.
Nicely said.
Yeah, nicely said. Go, Christopher.
How different and hard? What was the difference in how much easier or harder was this than from like your normal classroom?
I think I have students that I have last year. Sydney, answer that. How much different is what we did here than what we did in my normal classroom?
This is actually like a lot different than that. I know we did a lot of worksheets in your class, but not that many.
There's a balance. I mean, it's one of those things. We didn't do this all the time. There was actually sit down. You know, we're gonna read this. We're gonna do a worksheet. We're gonna. Yeah.
Julie, I like how you deflected that back to the student, but I'm asking you. I think Christopher's asking you.
Sure.
So, as a teacher, running a classroom this way, how much more difficult is it?
It's really a shift in your mindset as much as anything. I don't know that it's that much more work to run it this way. It just is a different way of thinking about it. It's also a different way of interacting not only with students but with your fellow staff members, with your principal, with other people in the community, because this is the thing, guys, your parents didn't go to school in a school that looks like this.
Right.
So when you go home and you say we did X, Y, and Z in class today, some of them are not going to get that you're having fun is intentional and that you're actually learning anything. And that's something that we'll have to train them along the way and let them know that, no, you're learning lots here. This is good stuff. And part of that's your job, part of that's my job as a teacher. And I think that's, yeah. Does that answer your question?
And for me, I think that this is more challenging only because this is way out of my comfort zone. I'm a math teacher, so I'm good at knowing the different steps, knowing the different procedures, going through math lessons, whereas this is just so much going on that it was kind of tough for me at the beginning to really be able to focus on all the different things when usually I'm just used to kind of going through the lesson and then answering questions, you know? And so for me, it was just so out of the box, but that's why I came here, because I wanted to learn, and I think it's awesome. So, yeah.
I know you have more questions. I'm going to encourage you to ask your teachers on the way home. Let's go ahead, and Tegan, I'm going to take one question from you, and then we're going to wrap this up because there's some finish line photos we need to take. What's your question?
Do you guys think you'll take your experience in STEAMmaker to your college?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the truth is they were going to do something like that, otherwise they wouldn't have come anyway.
Very true. And I think some of us do some of things like this.
Yep.
But
we don't
I
do
just
all
have a
the
different
time.
attitude about when the kids are getting out of it this way.
Yeah.
Teachers.
Sometimes I go, well, this is really fun, and they're having a great time, and I don't really think about what you guys are, could be, what you are learning from this out of the box stuff.
Teachers, as our students go back into our communities and become ambassadors for this type of learning, what should they make sure they say their experiences were? What should they emphasize? And what do they need to be careful saying that it might be misinterpreted when it goes back home? What should the students say what should they emphasize, and what should they, in other words, should we go home? We had a lot of fun. We messed around. We had a lot of popcorn. Are those things going to help us?
No.
No, they need to talk about how the activities that we did in here, they relate to real world skills. skills for jobs that haven't even been invented yet.
Yeah, I think you guys need to talk about how challenging and how challenged you guys were because, like she said, life skills, you're going to be challenged and you're going to get to those walls and you're not going to know how to necessarily fix things, but now you have the skills to know where to go to help you fix things, who to go to help you fix things, and things like that.
And that it's okay to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, if you're truly learning, you're going to make mistakes, fail. But real failure is when what, kiddos? It's when you give up.
And real failure and how much you've learned really has nothing to do with your grade.
Yep.
I mean, and your grade, your A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever you get for your grade.
That's right.
But that
Amen, sister. Amen, sister.
How much you learned.
Excellent. If we were able to, I would have you all go back and make another list of what did you learn here at STEAMmaker Camp. I'm not able to do that because I want to respect the time that we told parents that you would be leaving. I would love it, teachers, if we could somehow gather and garner some of that information on the way home. I don't know if that's possible. But I think that's important. Also, I want to take pictures of stuff with you, your team, and your stuff. Finish line photos where you're there, you're proud, things are good. Also, we've got stuff up here you need to take home, and make sure that your tables are tidy. You have all your stuff and only your stuff. All right, so let's get ready for finish line photos over here. Yes. You know, you're gonna pick up your trash.